16 American colleges will cost more than $100,000 a year in total attendance for the coming academic year. A woman at a Florida noodle bar refused to pay for her son's uneaten $5 bowl. And new research finds AI fact-checkers run into exactly the same problem human fact-checkers always have. Every day, the news cycle produces roughly 1,000 stories. About 6 of them are about politics. I went looking for the rest. Now, this is News Side Quest. New data from the Princeton Review, shared exclusively with CNBC, finds that for the 2026 to 27 academic year, 16 American colleges and universities have crossed the six-figure threshold for total annual cost of attendance. The cost of attendance includes tuition, housing, food, books, and transportation. Harvey Mudd College, a private STEM-focused school in Southern California, tops the list at $104,512. Duke University comes in second at $103,975, followed by the University of Chicago at $103,821. Others on the list include Georgetown, NYU, Smith, Vassar, Washington University in St. Louis, and Northwestern, which sits just below at $99,000. I wanted to immediately say what the experts say because it's relevant. Few students at these schools actually pay the sticker price. Private colleges are offering average discounts of 57% for first-time, full-time students through merit and need-based aid. At the six-figure schools specifically, average need-based grants for first-year students run between $42,000 and $79,000. Elite schools including Harvard, Penn, and MIT now fully cover tuition for many families earning under $200,000. So the sticker price is not the real price for most people, but here's why the sticker price matters anyway. 79% of households earning over $100,000 cut a school from their list due to cost last year, up from 61% in the mid-2000s. The six-figure headline is doing psychological work even when the actual price is lower. And for families who don't qualify for need-based aid but can't comfortably absorb even the discounted price, the sticker shock is real and the self-selection is real. There's also the trajectory to consider. College costs have risen an average of 5.5% per year since 1983. The expert quoted in the CNBC piece put it directly. We have been moving toward this six-figure price tag for a long time, and now we are here, and for a lot of people that feels significant. If you're paying $100,000 a year, that degree should come with a guaranteed job. I want to stand by that as a reasonable expectation given everything we've covered. The master's degree not delivering on its promise, Gen Z's job pessimism, the youth unemployment data, the 52% who regret their degree. The gap between what a degree costs and what it reliably delivers has never been more visible. At what point does the cost of a college education become impossible to justify, and do you think we've already passed it?
My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
A video posted to social media this week shows a woman at a noodle bar Zen location in Florida locked in a standoff with staff over her son's uneaten bowl of noodles. Standing outside the restaurant after the confrontation, she explained, "I purchased some noodles for my son. He did not eat it, and they're telling me I actually have to pay for it." Inside, she had told staff, "I don't like it. This is the law," and threatened to call the restaurant owner, report the incident, and ask whether they wanted to get sued. The internet largely sided with the restaurant. One commenter's response is worth reading because it captures the legal reality cleanly. Your child refusing to eat their noodles doesn't automatically make the restaurant responsible for a refund. That's not how ordering food works. Now, I want to be fair here because there is a legitimate version of this argument, and one commenter actually made it. If food is genuinely inedible or not as described, there's a reasonable case for not paying. But the complaint appears to be that the child simply didn't want to eat it. Not that anything was wrong with the preparation. I had a former colleague who used to demand refunds from movie theaters if they didn't like the film. Same energy, different venue. The underlying belief in both cases is that you're entitled to a satisfactory outcome, not just the service itself, and that if the outcome wasn't satisfactory, payment is optional. That's not how contracts work, but it is apparently how some people move through the world. What's a social norm you assumed was universal common sense that turned out it wasn't? The rule you thought everyone followed until the day you discovered somebody didn't, and had strong feelings about their right not to.
My God, this is an outrage!
2 new studies published this week land on a finding that I think is important for how we think about the information ecosystem we're living in. The first, from Penn State, used a simulated social media app called FactDeck to test how people respond to fact checks labeled as AI-generated versus human-generated. The finding, people trust AI and human fact-checkers equally, but for different reasons. People tend to trust AI for large-scale scanning tasks, like identifying red flags in a post. They trust humans for nuanced judgment and weighing evidence. The researchers found no definitive winner and noted that trust increases when fact-checking systems explain their reasoning transparently. The second study from the University of Colorado gets at the deeper problem. Researchers found that AI fact-checkers were more effective than humans at reducing belief in false news. But primarily among progressive users, conservatives tended to rely more heavily on the reputation of the news source itself. People's politics strongly shaped whether any fact-check, human or AI, changed their mind at all. People aren't really looking for facts to be checked. They're looking for their priors validated, and this is what the research confirms. The question, is this true? And the question, does this confirm what I already believe? Feel identical to the person asking them. Fact checkers, human or AI, are only persuasive when the person asking is genuinely open to the answer being different from what they expected. There's one more layer worth adding from a separate piece of research. A March 2026 paper found that the primary driver of people failing to validate AI-generated content at all was simply that nobody was paying attention to the errors. The more people trust AI, the less likely they are to catch costly mistakes. And the real danger isn't the obvious hallucinations, it's the false answers that sound convincing. The honest conclusion from all of this is uncomfortable. Better fact-checking tools won't solve the problem because the problem isn't access to accurate information. It's the motivation to seek it out regardless of the answer. That's a harder thing to fix. Has a fact-check ever actually changed your mind about something? Not reinforced what you believed? Not confirmed your skepticism of the other side? Actually changed the direction of your thinking? And if so, what made it land when the others didn't?
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Episode 8 of the Titanic series on side quests covers the sinking itself. The ship, the water, the lifeboats, the decisions made in the dark. If you've been following the series, it's all been leading to this. If you haven't started, there's no better time. Free condensed version for everyone, extended cut for paid subscribers. Find side quests wherever you get your podcasts.
Would you like to know more?
A Louisiana man fleeing a DUI stop jumped into a swamp and was immediately attacked by an alligator. Police body camera footage captured the moment. The man survived and was arrested. It almost certainly would have been considerably easier to simply face the DWI. The alligator was not charged.
Have you been drinking?
I'm not drunk.
A man in Maine has been charged after a woman escaped from what police describe as a forced marriage and satanic ritual situation and sought help at an olive garden in New Hampshire. This man was taking the "When you're here, your family" slogan significantly further than Olive Garden intended. The woman is safe.
Was I funny? No.
Scientists have discovered a deep ocean whale graveyard teeming with life, where whale carcasses on the seafloor support entire ecosystems of creatures that depend on the decomposing remains. Everyone has at some point wondered what happens to whales when they die. Now we know, they become a neighborhood.
Admiral, there'll be whales here!
A church in Kansas was struck by lightning and burned to the ground. That this seems ominous. The congregation is reportedly okay, and the investigation is ongoing.
Good God. Yes, that's just what the Hebrews thought.
That's News Side Quest. 3 questions out there for your consideration. Whether the cost of college has passed the point of justification, the social norm you assumed was universal until you met someone who disagreed loudly, and whether a fact check has ever actually changed your mind and what made it land. Email me at newssidequest@gmail.com or the Substack comments. See you tomorrow.